a 44 up off the dresser, now I'm finna go up on a fucking spree. I'm fucking swap up them, I grip my 44. Now I'm finna go up on a fucking spree.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my first DJ lesson. I'm going to be putting these out monthly on my buymeacoffee.com, as well as production videos, sample packs, bootlegs, real songs, all that good stuff. In this first tutorial, I just wanted to show you guys how I go about finding music. This is definitely more aimed at beginner DJs, but you could probably still learn something if you're more experienced. So the first thing I would suggest is to use SoundCloud for everything. If you're into electronic music, pretty much all the artists are going to be on here. It'll take you to other websites like Bandcamp or Beatport, but pretty much everything is going to be posted initially on here. If you're familiar with this site or you've been using it for a while, you'll notice that every third track you play, you get hit with an advertisement. So one of my tips is I suggest you just bite the bullet and pay for ads. That way you're kind of free to just shuffle through music very quickly. So how I typically do it is I just go through and click on the drop of each track. It really only takes you a moment to know if you want to DJ that song or not. So as you can see, the main feed on SoundCloud is kind of random. You'll get a lot of different genres. Some of it's pretty cool. Some of it you're like, why is this on my feed? So the first thing I suggest for beginners, maybe you're just starting a collection or you're trying to get into a genre you're not super familiar with, I would just utilize the search function and just kind of type whatever you're looking for. Once you've done that, just go to the playlist tab and just start with a playlist that somebody else has made. For one, it's going to be in the specific genre you're looking to play. And two, it's not so much to hey, cool, I found a playlist, I'm good to go. I would suggest doing this to actually just find places to do more digging and do your own research and learn about artists. So really, I would just go through a playlist and try and find artists and labels within that genre or that niche of music to further explore. So for instance, if we start going through one of these playlists here, and again just kind of jumping through as quick as we can. So say we like that track, right? Instead of just continuing to go through or clicking on it and then losing your spot in the playlist, what I like to do is I will right click it and then I'll open the link in a new tab. And then I just have a tab and I'll come back to that later. I'm going to continue going through the playlist. And I'll do that for every song that I find that I like. And this way, when we go back later, we can go click on the artist name and then we can go to their page and we can go to their tracks, listen to every track that they've released, and then we can go to their likes playlist, which oddly enough, this artist has not liked any songs. But we'll go back through and I'll show you on maybe, we'll just click on a random one here. So this is a label, but you can see they have a likes list. Again, they haven't liked too many tracks on here, which is definitely the case. Sometimes you'll find, but however, there's some artists who use that a lot, and it's a really cool place to dig through because then you'll see their influences or music that they like, and a lot of the times you'll find it's a lot different than what they produce. So it's a good place for inspiration and finding different weird tracks. But going back to the playlist. So the next thing that I suggest you do is to utilize playlist. And what I mean by that is instead of just clicking the like button on this track, I would actually go here and do add to playlist. And then you can come up here, create your own playlist. I suggest labeling it by a genre or a show you're going to play, and then maybe adding some kind of date to it as well. So for this, I'll do tutorial 2024, whatever. But then save it, and you can just continue to add to that. Now, there's a couple of reasons I do this. The first reason is to keep myself organized. So if I just went through here and I liked a bunch of different tracks, they just add to a big likes playlist. So say later when I want to download a bunch of tracks to play a set that weekend, if I'm just playing a drum and bass set, I'm going to have to go through my whole list of likes to just figure out which ones are the drum and bass songs. This will get really confusing, especially when you start buying music. It just gets kind of chaotic, and it's hard to remember which tracks you've already purchased and to find the ones that you're just looking for. The alternative is to just buy every track you like, but then you're going to have to spend a lot of time organizing them into separate playlists and setting cue points and things like that afterwards. So I find it best to just make a whole list of playlists. For instance, I have all my playlists right here. They're mostly labeled by different genres. So when I'm going through tracks and I find tracks I like, I'll just add them to the specific playlist. That way, when I'm ready to play a drum and bass show, I can go through that playlist and just download each song. And then if I'm playing a dubstep show, but not for a couple months, I don't have to purchase it right away. It also works cool like this because you can utilize them as playlists, and you can listen to these playlists in your car when you're at the gym, and then really kind of just sit on them as if it's like a shopping cart. And you can decide which songs you really want to purchase and kind of narrow it down after listening for a little while. So this will save you a lot of time and money and keep you super organized. One thing I forgot to mention is that if you like too many songs in a short amount of time, SoundCloud thinks you're spamming people and just trying to get likes. So they'll actually block your ability to like more tracks. And then if you keep liking tracks, then they can block your account for up to 30 days or something like that. This really sucks if you're last minute trying to grab tracks. It's happened to me a couple times where I have a show that weekend and I'm just trying to get some last minute tracks. And then all of a sudden I get shut out of being able to like tracks. So that's kind of actually how I developed using playlists to begin with. So it really helps you just kind of avoid that headache and keeps you organized, and yeah. So for finding tracks, that's really, I feel like, all there is to it. The more you search and the more you dig, the more cool stuff you're going to find. The more artists that you follow on any platform, the more likely you're going to be notified of a new release that they put out. So pay for no ads, scroll through playlists just to find other artists and labels, and then just go back and check their whole back catalog. Follow them so you get updates of new releases. And that's really the bulk of it. You'll just listen through hundreds of tracks, and yeah, you'll just kind of build up your knowledge base of different artists and events going on and stuff like that. And the good music will just eventually end up coming to you. The next tip I have is to try and add some unique tracks to your DJ sets. Obviously the easiest way to do this would be to produce your own music. Or even just bootlegs, remixes, or like a DJ transitional tool, something unique that no other DJ is going to have or play. However, if you're not producer savvy or you don't know how to make beats, for one, follow my page and you'll learn very quickly. But two, check your favorite artist and see if they have things like a subscription based page. For instance, this artist Cursa here has a monthly payment plan, and in turn you get access to all these exclusive albums. And you can see it's like the majority is just only Bandcamp released. So this is going to actually set you apart. You'll have a lot of tracks that maybe other artists who aren't as invested won't be have access to or be playing. There's other pages like Patreon. You can find some artists who will also have lessons and racks and sample packs and stuff like that. I also have a page. If you come to my buymeacoffee.com, I'm releasing playlist of music that I'm actually DJing my sets from. And I'll also be breaking down songs in those playlists, and then we'll be kind of like either remaking bootlegs or DJ tools or just producing in that general style. I'll also be releasing my own personal music on here, and I think what I'm going to do is make VIPs of my tracks that I release, so that just gives you like a one-up, unique song that you can play in your sets. All right, here's another thing that I've done in the past that has allowed me to get unique tracks for my sets. There's been a bunch of times where I find a track that I really like, and however the artist doesn't have it posted for sale anywhere. Maybe it's just like a bootleg they can't sell, or it's a track that is just kind of like a demo that they didn't want to sell, or it's really old. A lot of the times if you just go and straight up message them, like I've DM'd this person here and they legit just sent me the track through my email. So super awesome way to one, connect with artists. I think you'll find too, like a lot of artists are like super excited if you tell them you want to play their track in your set. They'd be more than happy to send you tracks, which is also like another thing. If you're kind of part of a community, you have some friends that DJ, just put it out there. Say, I'm going to be playing this set this weekend. I'm looking for new music. Put it out on your socials, and you'll probably get a lot of responses from your friends sending you, tracks they're working on. And that's like the best way to get, unique music and also help support your friends. All right, cool. I feel like that's really all there is to it. The more you dig, the more you're going to find. So, paying for no ads so you can quickly go through songs, utilizing playlist within SoundCloud to help you stay organized, utilizing tabs so you don't lose your spot in a playlist, and so you can dig deeper and learn other artists and people's music. And then the last tip would be to try and find unique songs for your sets. Either subscribe to some artists that you'd like, try and make your own tracks, or maybe DM artists or your friends and ask them if they have any cool tracks that they would like to share with you for your set. Yeah, so those are some of the things that I've been doing. Let me know what you guys do for finding cool music. Also, let me know if you learned anything. Like I said, I'm going to be doing these monthly, so next month I'm going to go into actually downloading and acquiring music, paying for music, and how to keep yourself organized. Also, a couple different ways I format songs in order for them to work on CDJs, and some tricks that I've come up with that make that super quick and easy. But anyways, I hope you guys learned something. Thanks for your support and thanks for tuning in. Yeah.